Are we live? What's going on, man? What's going on, people? Y'all come up on in the room, man. We're gonna chop it up for a minute. I got a little bit of time today. I've been running around crazy, uh, in and out of town. A lot of work, a lot of shoots. I got a lot of things going on, so I haven't been able to tap in. How's my audio? Anybody in here tell me how my audio is? If you can hear me, holla if you hear me, man. How's everybody doing tonight, man? How's everybody feeling? I'm over here on the East Coast, raining all week, thunderstorms. Hey, somebody tell me how my audio is. Is it all right? Is it cool? Can you hear me? Mike, testing 1 2. But we in here, man. Yeah, you see what's going on. Texas Bama, what's up, man? What's going on with you? Yeah, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, we got some things to talk about tonight, man. Yeah, dig. I got a couple topics I want to chime in on. And I want to make no mistake, man. I stand on whatever I say, and I mean what I say. You understand? Uh, you know, the internet has a way, YouTube has a way, people on YouTube have a way of taking the things you say and running with it, right? And, you know, it's very emotional. YouTube is very emotional. A lot of emotional characters on YouTube. And, I understand, this is some people's livelihoods. Some people make their dollars off of this. And I don't knock that. I think they should take it 100%, go all the way with it. But nevertheless, everybody has an opinion, right? YouTube is like being YouTube is like being in a room full of people with different opinions. Me and such and such might be cool because we got the same opinion, right? But another topic might come up, right? And we might differ on that topic. And now we're at odds, or now we got some issues. You dig? So yeah, I noticed that, right? I noticed that, and not everybody's able to handle it. It's very, very, very emotional, and people really go overboard sometimes. You understand? But I just want to let it be clear, man. Anything I feel, I stand on it. Anything I said, I stand on it. You see the thumbnail, right? I was on Brother Cube, outside the Cube. I was on his channel. I think it was Saturday night. I think it was Saturday night. And he was going in on Suge. And I don't know these people like that. You understand? Look here. Be very clear. I'm a watcher, dog. I tune in and I chime in sometimes. You understand? I tune in and I chime in. I watch HOK every now and then. And I'm gonna tell you why. And I'm gonna tell you why there's nothing wrong with it, even after all of the shenanigans and debacles and controversy. I watch Outside the Cube. I watch Queen's Throne. I watch Suge. Suge cracks me the hell up. Okay. So I went on Outside the Cube's channel, and he was like talking about Suge or whatever, and I disagreed with Brother Cube, and I wanted to explain. I wanted to ask the question. I wasn't mad at cuz he ended up back on Sinetta's channel. A lot of these cats they say they'll never go back over there, and they end up back over there. And I'm not here to say don't go over there, right? But I'm here to remind people what they said. All right, I'm here to remind people what they said. You understand? Um, but I know Cube is a real individual. You understand? Yeah, you dig? But I'm gonna get to that in a minute. I know Cube. He seems to be authentic, and I know that he stands on something. So if something's going on over there, I believe he'll call it out. You understand? And I like that about Cuz, because I can identify with that. Now let's take it slow, man. Let's slow walk this thing. Let's talk about the HOK, man. Shout out to Ben Diesel too, man. Um, I don't know Ben Diesel, but I follow and I listen and I like and I listen and I have my opinion. I'm gonna tell you my opinion and I'm gonna tell you my verdict and my conclusion on the trial. Okay. So I was over there on Cube's channel and I was speaking, saying what I had to say. And Sonetta pops up. Okay. Sonetta pops up. He popped up as if he had popped up out the bushes with a 22 ready to shoot me. Okay, he okay, calling me all kind of names and stuff like that. And let me tell you, if you go back and watch the tape, I want y'all to see I was not in the mood. I didn't have time. I didn't have time to get called all sorts of B as N words. I didn't have time for that, dog. Me and him have had short spats where we went back and forth and got very disrespectful. I don't have time. I didn't have time for that day. I had pulled off the highway, right? I had literally pulled off the highway to say what I had to say. I was in I had just left. Damn, I had just left. I was in PG County and I needed to be in DC at 10 o'clock, right? To go in the club with some artists to film. So I was about 20 minutes away. And it was 9:50 when I got on. You understand? So I didn't have time for a lot. I wanted to say what I had to say. And then Sinetta jumped on. And he got on there. Of course, he was very disrespectful. No problem. I ain't tripping. I don't know these people. He got very disrespectful. And Cube was kind of like trying to mediate it and calm things down. And Cube kind of misrepresented me, said I don't be talking shit. I be talking shit. Matter of fact, I don't talk shit. I state facts. All right. I chime in on some of these channels and I give my opinion. Let me tell you something, everybody, all of y'all. Let me tell y'all something. You are public figures. Okay? You're a public figure. You have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Even if you got 4,000, 5,000 subscribers, when you get on here and you present yourself, you are subject to be put under scrutiny. People can say what they want to say. People can have an opinion. People can call you out on your discretions. People can call me out on my discretions, right? So, Sanetta jumped up there like, I'll be talking this, da 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 da. He said the word, the P word that has to do with the kids. I don't use that word. I didn't use that word with him. And I'll get to that in a minute. But he jumped up on there and, blood pressure, you can see the blood pressure was very high. His eyes got big and no problem, dog. Look, I didn't have time to give that energy back. I wanted to say my piece and hop on the highway. So I had a lot going on. I'm like, should I sit here and do this? Should I hop on the highway? What should I do? So I'm sitting there thinking, trying to figure out what should I do. If you go back, you can see I'm sitting there thinking, hey, should I engage in this or should I just hop on the highway? So yeah, Cube was trying to calm things down, and shout out to Cuz. He was being diplomatic about it. Very rarely can you get on these YouTube channels and be diplomatic. I'm all about being diplomatic. I'd rather say my piece rather than cuss and fuss. I'd rather get down to the nitty gritty instead of be disrespectful with each other. You understand? Because when you have truth, or when you have, I don't want to say truth, but when you have evidence, when you have conviction, and when you have good talking points, right? You don't have to fuss, cuss, or be disrespectful. You can simply state your case. You can simply ask your questions. You dig? I saw the playback of the situation on Queen's Throne's channel. Shout out to Queen's Throne. And brother Ben, he kind of insinuated like we should be watching the HOK, and I'll talk about that. But anyway, so yeah, Cube was trying to mediate. Sonetta was blowing the gasket, and I was just sitting there like thinking to myself, and I'm like, look, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do this right now. I can do it, but I'd rather verbalize, what I have to say. Because again, like I told him on that stream, when I've been blocked and I've been, kicked off of panels because I wanted to say what I wanted, say what I saw. I wanted to call people out. I wanted to hold people accountable. You understand? So Q smoothed everything out, and there were some questions, and I said a couple things. The problem is, family, listen. The problem is when Sanetta asked the question, say what I had to say. It's so much to say about that situation. I mean, on every. Let me tell you, man. It is so much to talk about when it comes to that channel, or so many things that I have a problem with. But at the end of the day, at the end of the at the end of the day, man, I have a channel. I can do what I want on my channel. Queen Strong can do what she wants on her channel. HOK can do what they want on their channel. If I don't want to tune in, then I won't tune in. My problem lies with, and I said it on there on the stream, my problem lies when we have this thing that was supposed to be conscious. We have this thing that's supposed to be uplifting. You know what I'm saying? And then I see all this stuff going on, and I got caught up in it, and I got caught up in it. But one of the main things I wanted to say on here was that if you look at the video, I didn't want to fuss, cuss, and argue. I wanted to say what I had to say, and I really didn't expect dude to pop up on there. I wanted to talk about the Nicki Chanel case, right? Because the thing is, let me tell you this, man. Again, I've already formed my conclusion. I've already formed my opinion on that situation. I formed my opinion on so many different situations. And I don't want to make this just about Sonetta, because it's not just about Sonetta. It's about these YouTube personalities as a whole, these channels. I went on Brother Sanchez. I went on his channel the other night, and they kicked me off. They were so rude, disrespectful. They didn't let me talk. They kept muting me. They formed a narrative. You understand? Brother Sanchez I said a couple words, he formed a narrative. He didn't let me speak and say what I had to say fully. Cause it was kind of like they try to put me in a box so they can go in on me, right? And so I noticed in a lot of these channels, this is what goes on. Nobody wants to hear truth. Nobody wants to dissect the truth. Because the thing is, right, if I feel some way about a situation, you feel another way about a situation, we should be able to dissect it, break it down, and present our cases and then come to a conclusion. If two people are being rational, if two people being fair, honest, and genuine, then you should be able to talk to people, right? And y'all should be able to say, well, I agree with that. Well, I don't agree with that. And at the end of the conversation, it should be some sort of consensus. So yeah, I'll talk about what happened on Sanchez's show in a minute. We want to take it slow, man. You dig? That's right, Texas, Bama. That's how we learn, man. I'm not trying to look here. If you know me, dog, I don't get on here a lot. I'm not trying to get caught up in the beef sector of YouTube. I don't take that serious. I don't know anything about that type of activity where people fuss, cuss, and fight through a screen. I don't know nothing about that. So I don't want to get caught up in that. But I saw the playback on Queen Strong's channel, and I just want to state where for the record, I want to state where I want to state my position on said subjects. Okay. Now, when it comes to the Nikki Chanel, and I hope Sinetta's listening. I hope Queen's Throne and Ben are listening. When it comes to the Nikki Chanel case, at first, I did not believe, right? I didn't believe the story. I thought it was some ink. I thought it was an Inky thing. I'm like, oh, Inky, he's trolling. You know what I'm saying? So I started to listen, and again, I sit here in my spare time. I listen and I watch these channels, and I chime in. It's like a soap opera kind of. I get my little 2 cents, and you know what I mean, things of that nature, and I keep it pushing. So it's not something I'm 100% invested in. But the Nikki Chanel case, I started watching it and listening, and this is the thing. Ben has a lot of conviction of what he's saying, right? That's not what made me a believer. You know, let me tell you what made me a believer. Sonetta, let me tell you what made me a believer of what Ben is saying, right? What made me a believer is your response. The response that you gave, the chopped up phone call, was hella guilty. It was hella suspect. And you can be mad, whoever can be mad. I don't care who's mad. Learn, Holmes. Like, learn from that. Like, sometimes people talk themselves into guilt. You understand? Sometimes the best thing is just silence. But when I heard that chopped up phone call, that's when it really put the nail in the coffin. You understand? And then to add further suspicion, if somebody accused me of something, right? Somebody said they saw me coming out of some girl's home or room. I would want to confront those people on a public platform. So Cube, you know, you talking about you don't believe or whatever. Dog, the proof is in the pudding, man. If somebody accused me of something, and they on a platform, I want to come talk to them about it, and I want to ask them. I'm gonna break them down right there on the spot in front of everybody. So you saw me come out the bedroom, right? Okay, when was this? And I'm gonna just break it down like a lawyer. You understand? So that's where I stand on that. I don't want to make no mistake. I don't want nobody to think that I'm wavering in my stance or my opinion, because I'm going off of the evidence. You understand? I'm going off of a lot of the stuff that I saw after the fact. And what I saw was a chopped up phone call. Okay, that was a chopped up phone call. And what I saw was somebody who didn't want to confront their accuser. I would have confronted my accuser. You understand? So that's that. That's that, right? You can do what you want with that. Now, the reason why I continue to watch the House of Consciousness and other platforms, right? Because let's be real, we don't know these people like that. I don't know these people like that. We don't know what people do in their spare time behind closed doors. But the thing is, I have a connection with the House of Consciousness. Let's just be clear. And I want to be clear about this. I want to be clear about this. And a lot of y'all not going to like this, especially the women. Y'all not going to like what I'm about to say. I don't want to see that man lose his platform. You're not going to like it. Look here, we can have difference of opinions. I personally don't want to see that platform be gone, because I believe it's very influential. Yes, it has introduced a lot of bad people. We cannot forget. We cannot forget, dog, that no matter what, Nature Boy was produced, promoted from that channel. Brother Polite was produced, promoted from that channel, and others. Y'all know the names, right? Y'all know the names. You see what I'm saying? Um, but at the end of the day, that platform is something that I believe is necessary, is needed. It is not all bad. There's a percentage of bad when they get on that when he get on that toxic shit. Him and the pod get on that toxic shit. And I don't want to make this about personalities. I don't even, as a man, I don't even feel right talking about another man. You see what I'm saying? But these are public figures. These are YouTube stars. Y'all stars, man. Y'all public figures, right? Y'all big, right? Y'all want to be big. Y'all the biggest, toughest environment. Well, here you go. You on the hot seat. You in the limelight. You understand? Um, I don't want to see that man lose his platform. If listen, a lot of us came into some sort of consciousness. We weren't always thinking. We weren't always conscious, right? I'm not. If people judge me off of what I did a long time ago, y'all probably wouldn't want to be around me. And I'm not talking about with no kids or nothing. Just the way I was living. You understand? So I don't want to see anybody lose their livelihood. And I'm not caping for nobody neither. I'm not walking around with a picket sign, save HOK. I'm just telling you, and this ties into the Diddy thing too. And I'm going to get to that because a lot of people will be mad about that too. What I'm saying is there are, yeah, it may be garbage, dog. Everybody has their opinion. There is some garbage on there. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I get frustrated when I see, when I click on that joint and I still see debates, about, I still see debates about religion. It's like Bible study. Incognito, what's up, brother? I still see debates, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's like, man, it's so many other important things we should be talking about. We got reparations movement going on right now. Why isn't that being talked about? But at the same time, there are more people on that channel than just one person. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't need to go because there's more people than just one person on that channel. It's still, let me tell y'all something. I come from, yeah, the pot can go, cuz straight up, dog. Hey, look here, man. In Texas, Bama, I'm able to distinguish somebody that's, yes, it's a little bit of viciousness and it's a little bit of slowness there, I believe. Hey, it is what it is. I believe it's a little bit of both. I'm able to distinguish that, right? The pocket kick rocks. I don't like what she said about ozone. You understand? She violated ozone and she was on some real raccoon stuff talking about ozone deserves to be locked up. In a nutshell, I'm paraphrasing. So she can kick rocks. But at the same time, I come from the hip hop world. I come from the entertainment industry. Y'all think that's bad and we gonna fight for this cause. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what the record labels are doing. They're incentivizing young black kids to talk about murder and selling drugs. Okay? Y'all think this is bad over there? That's why I look at that and I laugh. I tune in for the toxicity sometimes. I want to see dude go off sometimes. It's like watching Fred Sanford, dog. You dig? I tune in for the knowledge sometimes. Yes, you can't say there's no knowledge on the channel. Let's knock it off. I don't even put that channel in the beef sector channel. I don't even put it in the beef sector channel. Yeah, Napai exposed herself, man. She exposed herself, with her words and what she had to say and all that. Yeah, I don't understand how she was able to come back. That's another thing I don't like about the community. They just let anybody back. Nobody's exempt. That's why I said polite. We'll probably be back on there. But yeah, she's a whole embarrassment for females. And the thing is, man, they use this feminism thing, right? All this feminism, am I saying that right? All this, because I'm a little slow too. I make that no secret, okay? They use the feminism thing, but at the same time, you said that man abused you and you're back on there. Like, which one is it going to be? Are you a strong sister or are you getting beat? which one is it, dog? You know what I mean? Talk to us. But let me tell you something. I believe things should be handled accordingly. I believe things should be handled accordingly, right? And I don't believe a channel getting took down is going to solve anything. You understand? I just don't believe that. And I'm not caping again. See, you got to watch your words on YouTube because people will take your words and run with it. I am not caping for HOK. I'm not walking around with a picket sign saying go visit the channel. I'm not doing that. I'm just strictly giving my opinion, and I'm saying, listen, I don't believe that we need to take, or anybody needs to take down. I heard one girl on there talking about taking down his channel. I don't believe it's that bad. If look here, I heard Neo X say we're gonna take his channel down. Tell people to flag his channel. In my world, that's some sucker shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dog. In my world, that's sucker shit. We don't tell on people. And hey, YouTube, can you take the channel down? We don't do that. You say he keeps taking money in the name of consciousness. Let's talk about that. He keeps taking money. I don't, man, to tell you the truth, dog, I don't see him being conscious anymore. I I told him on the exchange we had on Q's channel. We all watched him go from saying peace, black power to peace and blessings. Did y'all catch that? Even the graphics changed in the back at a point in time. I don't believe that he's even trying to be conscious. I don't get that vibe from him. I believe, from what I see, he's just saying, yeah, I'm the Don King. I'm here to make money, whatever. The thing is, I'm not necessarily there for him. If I go to the HOK, say for instance, Shaka, my man with the lock, he'll be on there. I like watching him get flustered and spread his knowledge and go up against another debater. I like to see Jabari be sassy. I like to see him do his debate thing. You see what I'm saying? It's certain characters on there that I like to watch debate. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about cuz like you know what I mean? Like it's not about him. Uh yeah, I mean what's gonna change? Look here, man. Again, I'm gonna go back to this. My fingers will not allow me to tap a phone and hit report channel. My fingers won't allow me to do such things. I wasn't brought up like that. We don't do that, dog. Okay, cool. We put the message out there. If I have a real problem with him, we hop in the car, okay, and we go to where he's at. That's where I come from. I don't come from I'm gonna report channels, dog. I don't do that. And I'm not knocking Shawty, whatever. I'm stating my opinion. Uh Nature Boy locked up. Polite's locked up. What is it going to stop? What's going to happen when what I don't have that much hate. I don't have any hate for dude. I don't have hate for dude. I don't hate anybody on YouTube though. Now, polite is a different story. And let me tell you why polite is a different story for me. Polite is a different story for me because when I came into the knowledge and I came into this understanding, I saw this channel and I started getting into some sort of consciousness, he was one of the first people I saw, right? And then when I saw him scamming and I realized he was scamming because it took me a while to really dig deep in it, to get out of that cloud, that fog, and find that evidence that I needed. I don't personality worship. I don't personality worship, right? Yeah, hey, look, let's talk about that incognito. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. I'm not saying he's right in doxing her or threatening her girls and family. I'm not saying he's right. I just said if that's the case, if somebody doxed my family and talked about my family and all this family, listen, there's other ways to handle things. I'm not promoting violence. I'm just telling you where I come from, dog. I'm not getting on there trying to, you know, and then I'm hearing Shawty was behind the scenes rapping with him. Huh? Whatever. I don't know, cuz I'm not trying to get into all that, but I'm not saying he's right neither. I'm just telling you where I'm at with it. I mean, I'm telling you where I'm at with it. So, yeah, she has the right to want. I guess she does have. If he did all that, maybe she does have the right to want his channel down. I just won't be participating in getting any black man's channel took it down unless they're they're doing something directly to cause harm to the community. Is that channel directly doing something to cause harm to the community? Is it? I don't believe so. That's why I tune in. I don't get on a panel. I'm not trying to be like the rest of them guys over there and be in his good graces and be in the HOKs. I don't do that. But I tune in, man. Just like I tune in with all these other channels. You understand? So yeah, I'm not gonna sit up here and flag somebody's channel, dog. That's not what I do. You know what I'm saying? But y'all knock yourself out with that. But yeah, I was talking about polite. The reason why I had such an issue with polite, right, is because I believed him. That's why I believed him. And I was showing his clips to my peoples and hey, look. And then I found out he was scamming. I'm like, phew. And I went on the HOK and I spoke to them. I'm like, why y'all let him scam? Why y'all putting him back on there? Don't put him back on there. And the community said, you know what the community said? They said, well, y'all, whoever's dumb enough to give them their money, they deserve to get scammed. That's when everything crumbled. I'm like, oh, this shit is fake. It's phony. It's all a game. It's like it's not real. There's no protocol. There's no integrity. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why Polite had DNA evidence, Polite had DNA evidence, DNA evidence, though. We had the paperwork. We had the paperwork on Polite. That was a slam dunk. Polite was a slam dunk. When he got caught with that last case, that was a slam dunk, dog. There was nothing to talk about. There was nothing to wait for. Now, see, what this YouTube thing lacks is empathy, right? This YouTube stuff, people lack empathy to say, and I'm not emotional about this. I was mad when the HOK kind of like waited for the verdict for Polite. But at the same time, I had to say to myself, What if that was my partner? What if that was my homeboy? And I need to see. You know what I mean? I need to, even though we saw, sometimes people, if you're close, I'm not saying I agree with it. I gotta be real clear with my words on here. But if you got a homeboy that you known for years, you done broke bread with for years, whatever the case is, their family knows my wife knows your family, you know my mother and all, it's kind of a little different, right? So all I'm saying is I don't agree with that. All I'm saying is sometimes you have to think for people. Sometimes you have to try to figure out where somebody coming from. But as a business, right? As a business, HOK is a business. You're supposed to say, you know what? Hey, young, you gotta go. I'm gonna put you on ice. I'm gonna put you in the background. We can talk until we can figure it out. But you gotta go. Yeah, I'm a businessman, so that's the first. You gotta go, man. Sit back for a little bit. Let's see what his goes. But until then, you gotta go. And we saw him come back, almost getting a debate with who? With Sanchez. See, Sanchez, he kicked me off. He didn't want me to say that. Because Sanchez was on there talking about Tariq Nasheed. That's my homeboy. That's my big homie. And he was on there talking about Tariq Nasheed was defending Diddy. Sanchez, you was about to take a debate with Polite while his case was open. You remember that? I remember that. Yeah. But anyway, everybody has their opinion. I'm not gonna be emotional. I got a whole life, dog. I chime in on this shit every now and then. I keep up with it. I get sucked into it sometimes. But at the end of the day, I got a whole life, man. I got real things to worry about. You understand? I don't even think they had a debate, Texas Bama. They was about the debate. They was about to set it up. I don't even know if they even had the debate going on. But my point is, my point. My point is, don't see it's so much fake hypocritical stuff going on, man. And some of us, what all these channels need to understand is we sit back, there are viewers that we sit back and watch. Yeah, they had a conversation. That's right. They had a conversation. But now people sit up there acting like, oh no, I don't talk to people like that. Come on, cuz. Like, come on, man. We all saw you while he had an open case with DNA on this victim. You're sitting there talking to him and engaging with him, and we're all scratching our head like, what the? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But that's what happens when you have people that are thirsty to debate. Some people are very thirsty to debate. They'll go back on their word because they want to be on that panel. I'm not one of those people. I can care less. I don't know much. I know how to get through the day, feed my family, pay my bills, dog. That's what I know. You understand? That's it. We're gonna segue into Diddy. And we'll flip flop. We'll go back and forth. I see a lot of people saying Tariq Nasheed was defending Diddy. Like, this is what happens around here in this community, right? You can say something objectively. There's not a lot of objective people on in this sector of YouTube. I try to be objective, right? That means I can see all sides and I can say something that's in the middle that these people won't agree, these people won't agree. I seen people saying Tariq Nasheed was defending Diddy, right? And it's crazy because the reason why I rock with Tariq is because we have the same way of thinking for the most part. I got a lot of game from that brother, a lot of inspiration from that brother. And this this is my thing with that situation. Even his baby mother just called it out. If you look at one of my last streams, we all said that Diddy hopped on a plane and fled America. We all said this because that's what we were told. We were lied to. We were sold an illusion. The media, they had people who critical thinkers actually believing that he had left America on a private jet. And when he did not. So I have to apologize to whoever saw that video because I didn't do my full research. Because I ran with a headline. So the point is, there anybody can see, right, that there is something bigger going on here. You have the feminist crowd that's like, hang them, lock them up. Whoa, whoa, slow down. Slow down, dog. You going too fast. You speeding. He hasn't even been charged yet. He hasn't been charged yet. And you got people out here like, they want him arrested and they are forming all these narratives. Diddy is guilty of something. He is guilty of something. This is different. See, people took that Polite case, right? And now they're using it everywhere. The difference is Polite, we had DNA evidence. We knew Polite's character from scamming, right? So they had video footage. We had paperwork from the police report. We had all these things, solid, concrete evidence to form our opinion. And then on top of that, he was charged. Diddy has not been charged. Let me tell you how petty this YouTube could be. I can say Diddy hasn't been charged, and they're gonna be like, oh, Top Flight TV was defending Diddy. This how I go on this YouTube, man. So, people are doing that same thing with Brother Tariq, man. And the thing is, I watched the live stream. I watched Tariq's live stream. He said it on there. Cassie is cooperating with the feds now. Yes, but what does that mean? What does that mean? Cassie just took a payment. What happened with Cassie? Did y'all read the case of what happened with her? Let me tell you something. Did y'all see the footage of the tanks rolling into the house? They had tanks roll into that man's house. Homeland Security set up a command center. Y'all cool with that? I'm taking the personality out of this, dog. I'm thinking more of the big picture. It's one thing to sit at your house and say, well, I never liked Diddy. That's what he get. But we got people, our people, all over, like roaches, all over. They are high-fiving the feds. They are cheerleading Homeland Security. I can't believe my eyes and ears. I've never seen such coonery in my life. I've never seen it, dog. It is such a high level. There's something in that paper. Okay, cool. Yeah. Do what though? To roll into his house with tanks, dog? So you mean to tell me what I totally believe Eric Goldstein, you feel me? Listen, my man Incognito said there's something in that paperwork that made him do that. Absolutely. Possibly. The question is, What was in the paperwork that would require tanks, require a command center, require TMZ to go into the house and film the wreckage? TMZ, dog? Do y'all know how the feds work? Do y'all know how law enforcement works? They don't broadcast this stuff. They keep it on the low. They broadcasted this. This is in my opinion, this is a show. And still no handcuffs. Yeah, it was a criminal report that made them swoop in like that. Little Rod. We know, dog. Little Rod. Did y'all see Little Rod, dog? Little Rod is the one that has this detailed police report that changed 3 times. Do you know that though? The police report changed 3 times. Do your homework. Little Rod's police report has been amended 3 times. But this is the same community that talks about COINTELPRO. This is the same community that talks about now COINTELPRO isn't a real thing. Now Agent Provocateur isn't a real thing. I'm not saying Diddy is innocent. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is everybody's running to convict him. Everybody's running to convict that man. And if you say anything other than he's guilty, then you are protecting him and you are defending him. And all I'm asking is, where's the objectivity? Where's the objectivity, man? Until some concrete evidence is presented. There wasn't really no concrete evidence with Cassie. It was just he say, she say. Right? That was her story. She had 15 to 30 million to gain. And we running around here like she, you know what I mean? Like she had 15 to 30 million to gain. I know certain topics are very touchy, okay? But what we cannot allow, right, is anything goes. Anybody can say some shit and Homeland Security is at your house. We can't allow that because who is next? Who could be next, dog? Right? And then next thing you know, this is the thing that gets me, right? When there's another Trayvon Martin, when there's another Mike Brown, when there's another Freddie Gray, everybody gonna be whining about how unfair the system is. And I hate to say it, but we need another one of those incidents because a lot of y'all niggas forgot. It's a lot of hypocritical behavior going on. Let an unarmed officer, okay, gun down an innocent African-American man, right? Everybody's gonna be talking about the system. But when it comes to P. Diddy, a very successful, P. Diddy is one of my icons. I don't care who likes that. He's an icon in black culture. Are you stupid? I don't care what y'all talking about. We know a lot of y'all are haters. We know this. We see the hate. Y'all hate this man. I used to hate Diddy, dog. I used to hate his face. He has a face only a mother can love, right? But once I started trying to achieve entrepreneurship, that's why a lot of people hate Tariq Nasheed. Because what I realize is people hate people who don't depend on the system, that have their own thing going on. That's one of our icons. Michael Jackson was one of our icons. Chris Brown is one of our icons. Bill Cosby is one. Y'all gave Bill Cosby up. I still hate y'all for that. Y'all made memes about Bill Cosby. Y'all some suckers for that. I don't care who likes it. We deal with people accordingly. We give them what we need to give them. We don't throw them out there and join along with the peanut gallery. Diddy did too much damage. See, that's another thing I got a problem with. Incognito, I would put money on that, right? I will put money, I will put money that Diddy did a lot of people wrong. I will put a lot of money on that. But the thing is, we don't know what he did. You got people sitting around in a small little town or in a big city that hasn't been nowhere near Star Island talking about what Diddy has done. That's why I hate this shit, dog. I hate, you got people that's just getting off of work talking about what Diddy has done. Y'all don't know his business. I don't know his business. But one thing I know is business. And let me tell you something, man. This is an important lesson. In business, you have crude businessmen. I wish I could be a crude businessman. Because if you're not, you get rolled over on, you get shit on, you get taken advantage of. Diddy kicked ass and took names on his way to the top. I'm not mad at that. Now, Craig Mack, Black Rob, am I questioning what happened with them? Absolutely. Total, Carl Thomas. The list goes on. But one thing I do know is we wouldn't know any of their names without Diddy. You mean to tell me Total can't go get shows and eat for the rest of their life, or as long as they can do shows? You mean to tell me they can't get up and do their own thing, and they couldn't? You mean to tell me at some point they couldn't have put something together to really get on their feet and go? The Locks did it. Didn't the Locks do it? Look at Jada and them. They still relevant today. But this is the business. A lot of people that's talking don't even know the music business. It's a loan, dog. It's a very high interest loan. We're gonna loan you this money at a very high interest. If you don't sell a lot of records, right, for a long time, you're not gonna be sitting like me, dog. You're not gonna have what I have. And again, I'm not caping for them. I'm just talking about how the business goes. And a lot of people are not being objective about this. They're going off what they heard. I keep hearing the same thing. We know Diddy did a lot of people wrong. We knew about Diddy. It's been too many stories. We've heard stories, but it's three sides to every story. Absolutely. Absolutely. But that, you mean to tell me Diddy wouldn't release Total? Come on, man. They probably had to fight for it. The Locks got released. They had to fight for it. They had to fight for it, dog. And here we go. Look at this though. Diddy told us on the Breakfast Club, I think it was, or some show. He said, somebody told us. Irv Gotti told us. He said, the reason why I don't give artists their masters is because it's how I recoup my money. I recoup off the masters. So you mean to tell me these record labels are supposed to give people all this upfront money, spend all this money on marketing, and then give them the item that is going to recoup the money? People just don't understand the business, dog. And I'm not mad at them, but everybody just needs to be honest. Everybody needs to be honest, dog. Yeah, 20 years later, dog, When that's that man's business, dog. That man chose. Look again. From what I'm learning, look here. Let me tell you, this is a personal item. I'm not saying be rude to people. I'm not saying be nasty to people. But what I'm learning is you have to be very crude in business because people are going to play with you. We haven't heard of anybody playing with Diddy when it comes to the music business. Even the, with my work, I have to learn to be more assertive. My problem is I'm either too passive or I'm way too aggressive. But in business, man, you gotta really kick ass and take names, dog. And look here, dude did it, and he danced in our face for 30 years, and a lot of people just can't handle that. A lot of people just don't like that, and I understand. I didn't like it at a point in time. That does not mean I am going to go off of rumors, right? And convict that man, help convict that man off of rumors. I'm not saying you, bro. I'm just saying people in general. I don't know if they went hungry off of their contracts. Do Let me ask you, do you know that to be a fact that they went hungry because of their contract? Most of them had addictions issues. I'm a Sag. Most of them had addiction issues, dog. Black Rob had addiction issues. Craig Mack had addiction issues. G Dep, addiction issues. G Dep went and turned himself in. You dig? Uh, all I'm saying is we got to look into these things on a case by case basis. We have to look in. You have to have, in order for somebody to make these conclusions, you have to have their contract in your face to say, oh, this contract is bad. That man was schooled by Clyde Davis. He was groomed by Clyde Davis. So he's probably going off Clive Davis's model. Is that good? Is that bad? I'm not drawing that conclusion because I don't know. I am going to assume that he is doing a certain business model. I don't believe that he's out here just ripping people off, taking their stuff. I don't believe that. I believe that there's a business model that people on the other end sign the contract. My brother had a record deal presented to him at 15 years old. And my father said, nope, right? He told my brother, do not sign that deal. And we couldn't understand why. But apparently he saw something on that contract that was not beneficial. So all I'm saying is people agreed. Them people didn't get forced to sign a record deal, dog. They didn't. Yeah. I mean, who knows if Black Rob signed a 2 album deal? First album did good, but it didn't do good enough. Your first album can do great, but if your second, third album don't do good, you're gone, family. You're out of here. And I'm pretty sure that's probably what happened. But at the end of the day, did he not? Did he? We can name all the people that supposedly got ripped off by Diddy. But one thing nobody's looking at: the glass half empty or half full. We know their names because of Diddy. Craig Mack, household name in some cultures. Biggie, household name. The Mace. I mean, the list goes on. We wouldn't know these people without Cuz, right or wrong. I mean, let's look at everybody. Let's look at JD. Let's look at Jermaine Dupri. Escape, Chris Cross. What happened to Chris Cross? Did Jermaine rob him? Cassie was promised a 20 album deal with Diddy. Why would any artist sign a 20 album deal? I gotta look that up, dog. Why would any artist sign a 20 album deal? That is crazy. 20 albums, dog. Yeah, she signed a deal. She couldn't work with. What's wrong with that? That's called protecting your investment. I don't see nothing wrong with that. And again, we all got our opinions. I'm just speaking, I'm thinking from a business mind. I'm not thinking from an emotional mind. I'm thinking from a business mind. If I found a gem, if I found a chick that I believe is talented, why would I want her to work with just anybody and everybody? No, I want to have my hand on that pulse because I'm in a cutthroat industry. Yeah, you won't sign those 20 album deal. You crazy? That's crazy. The point is she signed it. The point is she signed it. Let me ask y'all though, when it was on and popping, when it was on and popping on Star Island, when it was on and popping in Beverly Hills, when Cassie got to, because remember, Cassie left Ryan Leslie. Diddy supposedly, I'm just going off what I heard, all right? Supposedly Diddy stole Cassie from Ryan Leslie, right? So Cassie said, oh, see you, cuz. When it was on and popping, y'all been to Star Island? South Beach, Beverly Hills, Hollywood Hills. You take this young chick from where is she from? Connecticut, I think, and you put her in this environment. When it was on and popping, I want to know. I want to know from y'all. What do y'all think? Do you think? See, people be ready to sell a soul. They be ready to sign everything over when that ball starts rolling. Right before they get accepted, right before they get signed, right before they get the bag, they're ready to sell their soul. Do you think these people made a conscious decision to join this lifestyle? I believe there was a conscious effort. There was a conscious decision to be a part of it. I don't care who likes it, dog. We not gonna sit here and act like cuz found her, wrapped her up, threw her in the trunk. And go look at the pictures, dog. Go look at the pictures. We not gonna sit here and act like I'm not caping for Diddy. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just saying it takes two to tango. It takes two to tango. All this time later, a $30 million bag is on the table. Hey, yeah, stop playing, Pete. We got P Diddy in the building. Yeah. Now, is that wrong? Is that right? I have no opinion on that. I don't know what his. Look at P Diddy in the building. I have no opinion on that because I don't know what the circumstances. Yeah, Cassie wasn't that talented in my opinion. That song rang out in the clubs. It still ring out, but she wasn't that talented, dog. You understand? Like even when she came out before all of this, I'm like, dog, she's not that talented. She can't sing like that, dog. She looks great. She looks great. But I just didn't see the allure. I didn't see what was going on. Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? You got P. Diddy in the building, cuz. That's crazy. I don't know the circumstances when they drew up them contracts. Hey, big dog, your TV and stuff off? Cheers. Your TV off? All right. Love you. Good night. Yeah, me and you was a dope. That's a dope joint, dog. Hey, cousin here trolling. We got a troll in the building, y'all. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, I'm not forming an opinion one way or another on his innocence or guilt. I'm talking about the extras. I'm talking about the tanks, the command centers. I'm talking about TMZ. I'm talking about the AI recordings. You know how many people have been posting AI recordings? Like, we, what's wrong with us, though? What happened to us? What happened to us, dog? People are posting these recordings as if they're real. And they're really fooled by this. In the age of AI, people are posting this on their timeline. Oh my God, listen to this. You can't be serious, man. And I'm sitting back like, y'all don't know this is AI? Yeah, we shall see. We shall see. We gonna see what's up, man. We gonna see where this goes. They talking about I heard somebody they they might be closing in on them. Cassie's working with the feds now. Um, I just saw Universal put out. Did y'all see Universal put out a statement talking about the lawsuit on Diddy's behalf? Let's keep it real, man. You know, Diddy's a powerful dude, man. Um, I got one more point, dog. A lot of people are mad because he supposedly blew up Kid Cudi's car, and he was involved in a lot of gangster shit. But these same people are putting posting King Von on their page. Uh, they all about the gangsterism. But when Diddy's being a gangster, it's like, oh my goodness, he's so. What? I thought y'all respected gangsterism. What happened? What happened? It's a lot of hypocrisy out here, dog. If that man blew up, if that man blew up Kid Cudi's car, I don't have a problem with that. Good for him. He's doing what he wanted to do. I'm not co-signing that, and I don't have a problem with it. It's not my business. That whole Cassie thing, I was telling somebody not long ago, that's a domestic dispute. They're turning this into ex trafficking. They're turning a domestic dispute into that big ST word. I have a problem with that. Y'all don't have a problem with that? That's all domestic stuff, in my opinion. Or they said the son. I see maybe my problem is I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around Diddy and his son dropping stuff into people's drinks at the party. I'm having a hard time with that. Yeah, AI is serious, dog. Because you know what makes it even more serious? These stupid people out here believing it. They can't even tell the difference. They're not even doing their homework to see what's real and what's not. That AI is something serious, dog. It can make you say things that you did not say. I've been saying it all week. Yeah, again, I gotta be real clear. I'm not caping for nobody, dog. I'm caping for the culture, man. We've seen too many greats. Y'all remember they came pick Michael Jackson up? Y'all remember they came 2 times. Y'all remember Michael Jackson was on trial for that twice? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember he beat that twice? Do y'all remember his people that have came out and said the government tried to pay me? Go look up Aaron Carter. Go look up Aaron Carter's interview with Vlad, where he said that the government tried to pay him to say Mike did something, and y'all just going for anything. Bill Cosby, they let him out of jail early because they messed up. Y'all don't know that neither. They said it was a technicality. No, they had to let him out. Who else? Who else do we have? Mike, Bill Cosby, The R. Kelly thing was funny. Sorry, y'all not gonna like that neither. Y'all not gonna like that neither. R. Kelly was a nasty dude. He had psychological issues. He had all kind of issues. But they did extra stuff to give him 30 years. That's my point. Charge these people with what they did. Give give them the punishment that they deserve. Yeah. You understand? So how many other greats gotta go down, dog? Like, and I'm not again, we're gonna see where it goes. I don't trust these people, dog. I don't trust this government. I don't. And before somebody takes this and runs with it, the difference between polite and this, polite, we had the evidence. We had the character. We knew his character. So when the evidence came, the paperwork came, we knew, oh yeah, cuz is guilty. No doubt about that. Everything just added up. It just didn't make, he was at the scene of the crime. We had a scene of a crime. He was charged immediately, right? The things that the mother was saying, we knew polite would say something like that. Don't tell anybody with my career, it'll end my career. So it's different before anybody does all that and tries to, flim flam. No. If they present solid evidence in this P. Diddy case, he has to go. I'm not happy either way. If he did something or not, I'm not happy, dog. You know what I mean? Uh, it's sad, actually. It's really sad. People talking about Jay-Z's next. They want Jay-Z to go next, dog. The more I research about Mike, the more I know they lying. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's wicked out there, man. Dude was come on, man. MJ, like come on. But all I'm saying at the end of the day, all I'm saying is we need to slow down. We need to stay on code. We should be asking for more evidence. Instead, our community is like, I don't need evidence. We've heard the stories. Lock them up. Like, we should be asking, okay, cool. Y'all said he did this. If your brother, let me ask you, if your brother, your son, your father, they came and scooped them up, Homeland Security, tanks, the feds, if they came scoop your father, your uncle, your brother up, what are the first thing you're gonna say? What did he do? Or if they run in the house, you gonna ask the people, what did he do? And you're gonna like, who said that? Where's the evidence? That's what y'all gonna ask, right? That's what I'm gonna ask. And that's what I'm asking right now. Yeah, you could tell AI, man. A lot of the AI stuff, number one, you won't see any type of. They had one of Lil Wayne and Diddy, and Diddy was like sitting next to Lil Wayne, and Lil Wayne was like talking crazy about Diddy while he's right there. So the first thing we could do is use common sense and say, you know what, Diddy ain't going for that. I thought he was a gangster. I thought he was blowing people's cars up. He not gonna let Lil Wayne sit there like that. So we use our common sense first. These niggas out here, they letting it rock out. Oh, look at this. You hear me? Crazy. We can use our common sense first. Then you can look at the lips and say, "Oh, that's not real. He's not saying that." They put a over. They put sound over this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people process shit differently. Absolutely. But the thing is, we believe what we want to believe. We have, it's a natural human instinct to believe what we want to believe. We'll lean to the side that we want to be true. That's why you see so many people going crazy. They wanted Diddy out of here, dog. His own people wanted him out of here for a long time. That man's been dancing and prancing all over, everywhere you could think of. Every award ceremony, everywhere. All in the video. Suge told us in 1995. He was all over the place in 1995. All in everybody's video, dancing. all that. People, they just don't like cuz. And let's just keep it a buck, man. Let's keep it real. They really don't like people that don't depend on the dominant society. If a nigga got 9 to 5, they'll love you to death, right? But if they see you out here living joyous, happy, and free, they gonna hate. That's just what I've seen. You dig? But I appreciate Incognito. I appreciate Texas Bama. Cutting a fool, dog. All in the video, yeah. For no damn reason. But I really want to just say that, man, because yeah, I'm allowed to have my opinion. That does not make me a Diddy protector, a Diddy defender, or a public pretender or public defender. That don't make me none of that. That just makes me somebody that with an objective perspective. You dig? But yeah, I appreciate y'all tapping in. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I hope I covered everything I meant to cover. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Queen's Throne, Ben. Shout out to Cube. Everybody, man. I don't hate nobody, dog. I just don't. You know what I mean? I don't. I don't. We gonna hold people accountable though. You know what I'm saying? But look, let me get up out of here. Appreciate y'all. Be easy. Peace.